So again guys, as promised, sorry, tinama ko yung mic. As promised, andito ulit tayo for another analysis ng Grand Finals between PH and Indonesia sa SEA Games. Currently, nasa game number 2 tayo ngayon. And again, we will be doing a draft analysis for all the games ng Grand Finals between these two teams. So again, huwag natin patagalin pa. Ito na yung draft between Indo and PH. Now, Indonesia is on the blue side and PH is on the red side. Now, this is the proper, I think, pattern for both teams, no? Philippines, they banned out the Ling and the 1-1. They let go of Trapani. And Franco is actually open, no? So, I think medyo scary itong ginawa ng PH, no? It shows confidence with their drafting, opener. Now, Indonesia, they banned out again still the Matilda and the Estes of Venus, and then they also removed the Eve from both Imam and Oh My Venus. And then they opened up with a saver first pick. So, wala yung 1-1 and nakuha nila yung saver pick. And alam kasi nila na, actually, ito yung risk na you didn't ban out the Franco. But then again, you needed to do that kasi you wanted to you wanted to remove the 1-1. Yung Franco, baka automatic talaga. Hindi ata. Automatic talaga mapupunta yan sa Indonesia unless mag-adjust yung PH and they pick it up straight away. But, if you're Indonesia and you have a full understanding of the draft against PH, you're not worried about, PH getting the Franco here unless Eson is playing. So, I really like the opener here for Indonesia. PH, I think this is where they paano sabihin to? Parang missed the trade against Indonesia. Kasi honestly, they could have just let go of the 1-1. Or baka talagang ayaw lang nila kalaban yung 1-1. Pero I personally know kasi na okay lang sa kanila yung 1-1 kasi they have ways of dealing with the 1-1, especially on the late game and pati sa laning stage. So I'm quite surprised that they banned out the 1-1 here against Indonesia without having any proper trade. Kasi you can argue na if Indonesia opts to go for the 1-1, then you can get the savior. Pero also, kaya naiintindihan ko din tong opener ng PH, itong first face bans ng PH kasi if Indonesia still decides to go for the savior, then yung 1-1 medyo hindi rin nila trip kunin kasi nga may savior, and then there's also a lot of other factors that you have to consider for the side of Indonesia, no? Nagpo-point ko pa sila, they also play good Beatrix. So, okay lang din na nagban ng 1-1. It's quite understandable. Pero again, there's a trade that should happen, no? Yung Franco tsaka yung saver would be on the side of Indonesia, while Philippines, they can maximize on getting junglers and XP laners for their side. So, yun lang yung naging worry and concern ko nung game number 2, no? Actually, hindi ko napanood yung buong drafting phase. Nakita ko lang yung first phase nito. So, yun lang yung napansin ko. Now, Indonesia, they could pick up Franco and Diros here. Or Franco actually Franco plus 1. Probably the marksman. Uy, nag-refresh yung video ko. I would say Dirot is such a good hero here kasi you already have two heroes that you can burst down, no? With the hero, the Baksha and the Esmeralda. It's also a good lane matchup for Dirot. Pero they went with the Karina first. Okay, so medyo weird. Pero I understand the confidence for coming out from Indonesia kasi you wanted to get the Albert hero. And then ang worry lang siguro ng Indonesia is baka maubusan sila ng jungler kasi kapag Franco Dirot sila dito, baka tanggalin yung mga junglers ng Philippines kasi I think the only options left are the Akai and then the Karina, and Philippines has 2 bans. So baka yun yung naging concern ng Indonesia. Pero even then meron pang Balmod honestly. So I kind of feel like okay lang kung nilet go muna yung Karina kasi I'm pretty sure matatanggal yung Dirot dito on the banning phase. Sicilian pick. Interesting. Sicilian is okay against Xavier in the laning stage. I would have rather seen a Lilia come out from Philippines and then have it backed up by a great roamer. Actually, yung Cho di natin masyado nakikita from Philippines. I would still consider Cho here. Pero marami pang ibang options like Kufra, 'di ba? Ruby, Rafaela is okay. Pero dahil nga nagsisilian sila, medyo weird na. And then the main problem of PH right now is that they have 3 magic damage dealing heroes. So, kailangan yung next 2 will be physical. and one of them would be coming out from the tank role. So either if they play the Ruby and Kufra or Kufra, or actually even the Atlas, no, Atlas actually still sounds decent. Pero again, if this was a Lilia, pwede yung Atlas, pwede yung Kufra. Actually, pwede nga rin Grok eh. Sa totoo lang eh. Pwede rin Grok. Even though it's Saver and Franco. At least kung may Lilia ka, you have a strong duo in the mid lane. So ayun na, Philippines banning out the Akai. Still, again, you have to respect our 7-0 pool. Nilalaro niya yan on the XP lane, XP role. So, follow it up with a Dirot ban, probably, from Philippines. In Indonesia, they opted to ban out the Lolita. Again, as the points that we've talked about during game number 1. That's a previous video natin. It's a hero that punishes a lot of things in the meta, especially position-based heroes. So, it's a big concern for Indonesia right now kasi meron silang Franco and then Karina. And then, it's a hero of Oh My Venus. So, kailangan mo tanggalan talaga. Kailangan mo ubusan ng hero si Oh My Venus in SEA Games kasi napakadami talaga niyang heroes. Pero, again, wala namang gumana eh, no? Wala namang nag-work. Kasi, again, sobrang dami nga niyang heroes. So, Philippines, they opted to ban the Matrix. So, they let go of the Derot. So, this will be on the hands of Indonesia, probably. Most likely, 100%. Kasi I don't think Indonesia would pass the opportunity to pick up the Derot. Indonesia probably bans out Claude. Claude is a good hero against two of their heroes, Xavier and Karina. Why Karina? Even though he's a very tanky hero, meron naman siyang blade dance. Okay, they banned out the Angela. Okay, so medyo natakot sila sa Baksha Angela combo. Pero weird kasi meron silang Franco eh. Meron silang Franco and then they also have the Xavier. Pero baka iniisip ko nila, baka kulangan sila ng damage output para patayin yung Baksha in the early game. Inumabot sa point na baka mag-snowball yung Philippines. So, Philippines, they picked up the Popper and Koopa. They chose the Popper and Koopa over the Claude. Probably because of the reason that they needed something that is faster paced compared to Claude. Kasi yung early game timing sila medyo mediocre, no. It's just the Esmeralda. Baksha is is a little okay, pero si Esmeralda lang yung strong early game pick nila dito and they have the Sicilian. So probably yun yung naging reason bakit nagpopol ng Kupa. Sorry na-stop ko yung recording. So, probably yun yung reason bakit nagpopulan Kupa, yung PH. Because they might have been thinking of, pacing of this game. Baka medyo mabagal yung pacing ng game nila. So, versus the Claude, I would say na, yes, it's a safer choice. Pero, baka kulangin sila ng team fight damage, I would say, for PH. And Indonesia, again, sabi ko na kanina, they would pick the Derot 100%. Hindi nila i-let go yan. Even though there's a Sicilian on the playing field, okay lang yan. May mobility naman si Derot. And then you can burst down these tanky heroes on the side of PH. So that is a really good, pick for Indonesia. So far, maganda yung naging drafting pattern ng Indonesia, and for Philippines medyo naipit sila dito, no, especially nung nawala yung Eve kasi tinanggal ng Indonesia yung Eve first phase, so medyo naipit din talaga yung PH lalo na nung nakuha yung Saber. I'm actually surprised na hindi sila nag-deal. Maybe because again, you have to consider yung preference ng team, yung hero pool ng player. So I feel like it became a factor for PH as to why they picked up the Sicilian kasi mas comfort para kay Imam dito sa lineup to. And he has decent frontlines naman. The main problem lang is yung damage. Baka kulangan sila pagdating ng mid game. So yun lang yung naging problem ng PH dito sa draft na to. Now, Indonesia will likely pick, wala ng Beatrix. May Clint. Okay, Clint is such a good hero against Powell Copa. There you go. And even though Clint doesn't melt tanks, pagdating ng mid to late game, yung sheer damage output nitong hero na to, enough para ma-bring down yung yung HP bars ng PH to a point where Derot can kill them. So, isipin nyo guys, hindi kailangan ng hindi kailangan ng Claude, hindi kailangan ng talagang ubos HP. Kailangan mo lang ma-poke at mapapaba yung HP bars ng PH kasi again, pagdating naman ng late game, sobrang sakit naman ng Clint eh. So, it's a reliable source of damage that the Derot can maximize. Kasi kapag humarap tong Esmeralda and the Baksha, if the Clint is able to deal enough damage, then suddenly R7 will have a fantastic time of taking down these tanky heroes on the side of PH. So again, it's a rather it's a rather good choice for Indonesia to opt for this safer pick, and it's also a good laner against Popo and Koopa. Claude would have worked, honestly, kasi it's a good hero against Popo and Koopa, namamatay kagad yung aso, and then you also have yung HP, yung pagtanggal ng HP sa kalaban. May capability yung Claude na yun, pero medyo greedy kasi. So, ang problema naman with Claude is that baka pag sa sobrang greedyhan mo, umabot sa point na yung PH lineup ay mag-work na. So, parang sinayang mo yung opportunity na, i-capitalize yung pacing ngayon ng PH na late game pa talaga sila arangkada. So, Indonesia, they made the right call here. They went for the Clint. It's a much safer choice, and it's also, it's also damage dealing hero that the Dirot can maximize with. So, PH, they're left with, I think they're left with a gold laner here. I don't think you would want to be picking up another roamer here unless it's Kufra. Honestly, I see the possibility of Kufra here. Or baka roam Popol and Koopa. Kasi again, you already have 3 magic damage dealing heroes on your first 3 picks. You have to have 2 physical damage dealers on this last 2 picks. So kung roam Popol and Koopa to, they can still go for the Brody and or the Claude. Brody is again a much safer choice. Kasi again, greedy na yung lineup nila eh. Claude would just make it so that Philippines would have no early game potential. So there you go, they picked up the Claude. They picked up the Brody. Again, it's just a much safer choice. Can build up tanky items, but the main problem is that even if this Brody picks up tanky items, no, you're still up against Savior. You're still up against Dirot and Karina. So, yun lang yung naging problem ng PH dito, no? Kasi usually nakikita natin yung ibang Brody kapag hindi nagbibuild ng full damage item, bumibili ng tank item. Pero again, they have enough pokes for the side of Indonesia to the point where Dirot can just maximize, and then there's also the Karina. Nandun din yung chase factor and then yung HP-based percentage damage that the hero can bring to the table. So, all in all, for the Brody last pick, it's again a safer choice for PH. Medyo wala na rin no choice yung PH dito. I would say Indonesia won the draft easily. Game number 2. They just had everything from the start, no, nung nakuha nila yung Franco and Xavier. For SEA Games, kung sino man yung nakakakuha ng mga magagandang topics, especially if you're on the blue side, like if you get all the priority picks, laking maganda yung pacing nung draft to. In Indonesia, they felt it in this game. Nung nakuha nila yung Xavier Franco, it felt like just comfortable for Indonesia to play this set of heroes. And again, I would say that Indonesia won game number 2's draft. So that is it, guys, for this analysis ng game number 2. So again, huwag nyo kakalimutan na may game number 3 pa at may game number 4 pa sa aking YouTube channel. So huwag nyo mag-subscribe na kayo, no? Para, actually, di nyo naman kailangan mag-subscribe para makita nyo yung channel. Pero, yung content. Pero, mag-subscribe na kayo, guys. So, check nyo lang yung Game 3 at Game 4 sa aking YouTube channel. And also, huwag nyo kakalimutan, follow nyo ako sa aking mga social media channels at MDNYT97. That's for Facebook, Twitter, IG, and TikTok. So, guys, kita-kits tayo sa Game number 3 and Game number 4. Bye-bye!